Hello, this is State Representative Justin Simmons of the 131st District, and welcome to my legislative report. Today, we are visiting Emmaus Public Library to showcase Coopersburg resident Mark Keeler, a puppeteer and the founder of the Yippee Show. Mark, how you doing today?
I'm doing very well, Representative Simmons, and yourself?
I'm doing good. Mark, tell me how long you've been a puppeteer and how you decided this was something you want to pursue.
Well, it kind of started for me when I was about 2.5. My grandfather gave me a little bit of money, like $25, and I was traveling back and forth with my parents between here and Pittsburgh, and he gave me some money, and I found a skunk puppet at a truck stop along the Pennsylvania Turnpike. But I was so little that the puppet just went all the way up my arm. But a little discouraging, but I eventually learned how to just bob the head, but then eventually it morphed into this. Basic hand, so I've been doing basic hand manipulation since I was 2.5, and some of the other puppeteering inspirations to me were Jim Henson, Fred Rogers, Sherry Lewis, Dr. George Cregan, because he had his own educational show out near Steubenville, Ohio for 13 years called Cregan and Crow. But my really first physical interaction with puppets was Ed and Brenda Hanna and their Furry Friends Puppet Theater at the Kutztown Folk Festival. Okay. I've been buying puppets from them for years.
Excellent. What can you tell me about the history of puppetry? I understand it goes back some 3,000 years to ancient Egypt.
Yeah, that was something Dr. Cregan talked about. He would say that puppets were used in some of their religious ceremonies and that puppeteers were actually viewed as deities or messengers to the gods. But he actually thinks that his thought process, God rest his soul because he recently passed away, his thought process was that it went a little bit further back than the ancient Egyptians, that it went more towards the ancient cavemen who would trap a small animal and then possibly use the bones as puppets to entertain themselves.
Tell us about your puppet show and how you came up with the name.
The show right behind me? Well, it's entitled "Don't Be a Bully, You Chicken," and I came up with that title while I was working for education, trying to make my way into the world of television puppetry, and it was a TV pilot that didn't quite sell, and the gentleman that I was working for at the time didn't think very highly of the title, so I decided to take it and just work with it because I'm against bullying in all forms, because as a puppeteer, when I said that I wanted to be a puppeteer in high school, I got teased and harassed for it mercilessly. So so that's why I'm taking a stand on it.
How many puppets do you have, and what goes into creating their personalities?
There's a lot more puppets in my house than there are totes. In fact, if you'd like, we can do a little puppeteering demonstration right now. I gave you those little green googly eyes on your hand. Okay, what you want to do? Take your arm up like this, and tuck your thumb underneath your middle finger, and try to keep your head level. Okay. Don't reel all the way back. Try to bring it forward and bring your hand down just a little. Okay. Okay, so that it's at eye level. And now we're going to try counting to 10. Real simple. And don't move the top of your head. Just move your thumb. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See, you always got to watch that double syllable when you're moving your thumb.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And some of the puppets that I work with are of the hand and rod puppet style, similar to Kermit the Frog and the Muppets. This puppet, made by the Brooklyn Puppet Conspiracy, the same people that made those eyeballs, as you can clearly see, he has 2 arm rods, and with the rods he can clap his hands, he can scratch his head, or his chest, or he can cough. Achoo! And or this is another variation of a hand and rod puppet. This is McGee. This bird was made by the banjo puppets of Waterloo, Canada. As you can see, he has a different style of rod. Rather than 2 independent rods, his rod is bent into like a U shape, so he can flap his wings. And I love this beak. It's extremely flexible. Or if he, say, for example, flew into a wall, I could change his eyes around, and he could be, a goofy-looking bird. All right, then put it back. Okay, and as you can see behind me, I have several of the puppets with me, including my giant pickle puppet from Rumpelstiltskin, and which is the big green one, as well as one of my very first handmade creations, a little brown guy on the end named Scrapper, the garbage monger. Interesting story about him is that I found that when I was taking classes at El Tri-C to, you know, try and figure out my life, I found this puppet pattern online, and then I begged my dad to take me to the craft store. So we went to the craft store, got some supplies, but I couldn't get his body pattern cut quite right after that, so I just put it all aside in the scrap pile for the night, came back the next day, and then I finally got a body pattern that wasn't exactly quite symmetrical, but it was close enough, and then I just slapped him all together with hot glue. But you know, he works.
Excellent.
The things you love, you see with different eyes, I believe is the saying among puppeteers.
What do you think the state can do to help the art of puppetry?
Well, that's a very long subject. I don't know if you remember when we were in school, when you and I were in school, of course, but we used to always look forward to those assembly programs and stuff. Mm-hmm. But a lot more time. It seems that a lot of funding has been cut for the assembly programs to focus more on class time, and as well as the music and the art and the theater programs. And you know, to lose those programs would be, you know, a terrible blow to everybody, especially to the art of humanity, because puppets have not only proven to be not only effective in the classroom, in certain classroom situations, but they've also proven to be effective in cases with patients that have autism and dementia. And besides, being a puppeteer is not just, you know, put the finished character on your hand and just yada 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 yada, cuckoo cuckoo. It's not just that. Making a puppet is can be a very complex thing depending on how simple or complex the character is. Because for some of those larger characters, like say for example that new Broadway musical King Kong that just opened up, that's a giant marionette and rod puppet made by the Creature Technology Company of Australia. Mm-hmm. And there's also Walking with Dinosaurs, but those large-scale puppets that are also used in the Olympics, some of those large-scale animatronic-style puppets, they involve not only basic drawing elements, but there's also mechanical engineering, hydraulic engineering, computer-aided design, and metal welding and fabrication. And for the simple stuff like this kind of stuff involves math and fashion design. You know, there's just a variety of things that puppetry can teach, and and quite frankly, I would like to do this more in more schools and community centers and venues like that. I do birthday parties and library story times and daycare and variety of venues, but it's not just about showing the puppet. It's also about teaching the art of puppetry.
Where do you perform the Yippee Show, and what has the response been like?
Well, I've done a few venues, like a couple of local farmers markets and a couple of libraries, and birthday parties and daycare centers. But generally, I get very positive reviews on my writing and my manipulation style.
Do you think you could give us a short performance as we wrap things up?
Yes, sir. Yes, I'd be more than happy to.
Okay. And what do you see as the future for the Yippee Show, and how can folks interested in booking you learn more?
Well, I'd like to do, as I said, I would like to do more with library story times, daycare centers, birthday parties, and schools and stuff like that. But in order to book me, you would have to call. You could either call my cell phone at 610-653-6853, or you can visit my website, which is listed right on the bottom of that banner.
Okay, excellent, excellent. Do you belong to any professional organizations?
Yes, sir, I do. I'm a card-carrying member of the Puppeteers of America. To find more information, www.puppeteers.org. And I also recently joined the Punch and Judy Fellowship over in the United Kingdom. And there's also the UNIMA, which is Union International de la Marionnette, which gives out the UNIMA Citation of Excellence, the highest honor that can be bestowed on any puppeteer on this planet. And And to learn more about, if somebody wanted to learn more about puppetry, they can join the Puppeteers of America, or there's also the Center for Puppetry Arts in Atlanta, Georgia, and there's also a number of puppet theaters around the country. And there's also, and strangely enough, there's also college-level degree programs in puppetry from the University of Connecticut, the University of West Virginia, and University of Hawaii, and you can earn a degree in puppetry, an actual college-level degree in puppetry.
Excellent. Thanks again, Mark, for being with us today.
You're welcome.
As I stated earlier, you're going to give us a puppetry demonstration, I understand.
Yes, sir.
We're going to go to that puppetry demonstration in a few moments. I'm State Representative Justin Simmons, and thank you for being with my legislative report today.
Well, howdy, y'all. Welcome to my farm. My name's Farmer Joe, but everybody just calls me Grandpappy. Everybody say, hi, Grandpappy.
Hi, Grandpappy.
Say, it's such a lovely day out here. You guys want to meet somebody special? I'd like to introduce you to my grandson, Opie. Now, now where did that boy get to? I swear sometimes. Oh, well, I gotta look for him. Is he down there? Mm-mm. Is he over here?
Behind you.
Is he over there? Mm-mm. Where is that boy? Hi, Grandpappy! Ah! Oh, Grandpappy, I scared you good, didn't I? Opie, what have I told you about sneaking up on people? I don't know. Ugh. I told you it's not nice to sneak up on people. You're going to get yourself in trouble one day. Now you're going to have to do some chores. But Grandpappy, I was going to go play my new Super Mega Q360. I'm just about to reach the 9th level of cookie combat. I don't care if you're having cookies with Christy Yamaguchi. I need your help. Well, what do you want me to do? I want you to go and feed the chickens. No, but chickens are boring. Couldn't I milk a cow instead? No, because the cow is sick, and I don't want you catching what she has. But Grandpappy, if I go near the chickens, I could catch that chicken pox. Nice try, young man, but you already had your chicken pox vaccine. Oh, is that why my arm hurt the other day? Will you quit stalling and get moving? The sooner you feed those chickens, the sooner you can play your video games. All right! Wow. I need to cut the sugar from his diet. That boy is way too hyper. Well, guess I better go and see the cow. Bessie, yoo-hoo, where are you? Here, Bessie, here, Bessie.